Thank you very much. Gosh, I almost felt like I was on that top podium again. You guys have a lot of energy out there, and I appreciate that. It is nice for me to be here with you this morning and share some things of what I went through. I think probably one of the most asked questions of me is when I go different places is, what does it feel like to win an Olympic gold medal? And that is a loaded question. But I guess I have found the easiest way to answer that is kind of going back in time like Charles Kuralt did. Because when I go back to the first Olympic Games where I won an Olympic gold medal in Calgary, my family had all been in one area to watch the event itself. But for the award ceremonies, they wanted to be right front and center, and that's not where their seats were. So, you know, when they kind of moved about and they were trying to get right front and center, but they were scattered throughout the stands. And I can remember just as I was about to get up onto the podium to receive my gold medal, I could remember looking out in the audience and I found my sister Angela, and she was crying. And over on the other side, I found my sister Susie, big, huge grin on her face. My sister Mary, now she's the loud and boisterous one. She was yelling, screaming, carrying on, going absolutely nuts. My brother Rob high-fiving somebody, and then my mom looking scared to death as if I was still racing. Well, that was a special moment for me, because to be able to look out into the audience, see my family, see all those different emotions, I can safely say that that's exactly what it felt like to win an Olympic gold medal. And then I was lucky enough to do that 5 different times at 3 different Olympic Games. There's nothing quite like it. I'm glad for videos where I can kind of relive it all over again. It was truly very special moments for me, something that I was very proud of, but so exciting to do. In my last Olympic Games, where I was able to capture my 4th and 5th Olympic gold medal, a lot of people would probably say, well, those were your best events at that Olympic Games in Lillehammer. But actually, my best event came in the 1,500 meters. And in that event, I placed 4th. And I just missed winning a bronze medal by 3/100ths of a second. So I can remember going back to the media room and having all these guys throw microphones in front of my face saying, oh, you must be so disappointed. And well, maybe part of me was disappointed, but another part of me felt on top of the world. And the reason being, in that race, in that 1,500 meters, I skated that race faster than I ever had in my entire life. It was a personal best for me. I skated almost a half a second faster than I'd ever skated before. Now, not only was it a personal best for me in the 1,500 meters, it was actually the first personal best I had achieved in any race since the Olympics were in Calgary back in 1988. This was now 1994. So I was on top of the world. Yes, I'm not lying. I would have been higher up there had I received that bronze medal that I just narrowly missed. I'm not going to lie to you. But, you know, I couldn't be disappointed with what I had done. I had a goal in front of me. I had surpassed that goal. And to me, that was something to be proud of. Setting a personal best. Doing something that I had never done before. Doing it better than I had ever done before. Personal best. That's what I think it's really all about. So what's the measure that we set for ourselves? Now listening here this morning and hearing what may be your personal best. Being number 1 in tacky, vaulting to that number 2 in Brady. Those are going to be your measures that you set for yourself to try to be the best that you can be. I come from what I think was a pretty amazing sport. But one of the things that I loved about the sport was that clock at the end of the straightaway. Focusing on that clock. That was my ultimate competitor. You know, we didn't have any judges awarding points. There was nothing left up to opinion and no other guy to blame. That clock told it all. That's how I was able to measure what I was doing, measure my performance, try to measure my personal best.